All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast Channel, guys. It is time for KF Live number 176. That is correct. We are rolling and having a lot of fun in here, and I'm glad you guys are here. Making a lighting adjustment here. Okay, there we go. So glad you're here. So definitely come on in and like and comment and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Guys, don't forget to say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toastman, Log TV, Choo Choo, Charlie Brown, Gimli, me and you, and let's get started. And I see you in Nassau. Dinner was good. Thank you for asking. Appreciate that. There is our friend Jim Miller, our friend Tim B, Marco, Colby Venable, Addicted to Blades 2, Mad Yoko is here. Knives Are Life. Let's see. Goondocks is in the house. Will be. There you go. Thank you, Will be. I appreciate that. Arizona EDC. I got to put the glasses on. Chris Warris, what is up, my friend? El Cap, hello, sir. Good to see you. Is that everybody? I get it. That can't be everybody. That wasn't 37 people. But hello to each and every one of you. Thank you for your support, no matter how you do it. Thank you to all my channel members and Patreon members. Thank you to those who watch my videos and like and comment, those who come in the chat and are part of the stream. There are 22,250 subs on this channel now, and I am grateful for each and every one of you. To all the new folks, welcome. To all those who have been here forever, thank you. GrizzleBear is in the house. Brian Kerr as well. Sean Schroyer, what's up, my friend? Bama Ninja, hey man, what's going on? Oh, very cool, Will. Oh, that's great, Will. Awesome. Glad I could be a part of their first knife, you know? Very, very cool. So good to see everyone. For sure, David Helka is also here. Hello, David. And anybody else who I've missed, because there are 48 people in here, and there is no way I have said 48 names. So to all of you, welcome. Let's get rolling, because we got Ben Belkin joining us at the top of the hour. So in anticipation of that, let's hit the pocket checks early and often and get those rolling, so that I can show you guys what I'm carrying and you can tell me what you're carrying, and we will go from there. Jason Beecher, totally appreciate that. Hey, Dan Stan. Jason, I wish everybody did. Now, I will say this. Today's video has done pretty dang well. Last I looked, yeah, it's at 170 views. I will take that 5 hours in, 6 hours in, whatever it is. Thank you, Tim. Tim's got me covered. Hey, David Tooley. What's up? All right, David Tooley is our first pocket check, and he's got a Tempest Jetstream, a Tempest Pinion, and a Kaiser October. Thank you, David. David Helka's got the Kaiser Militaw, Brian Brown Jaeger 3. Nice. And by the way, both of those Davids are channel members. Thank you to you, gentlemen. Anasso, hello. Jetstream, Microburst, Arctic Sharpshooter Jack, and an unnamed Fixie. Thick boy, that one. There you go. That's awesome, dude. Knives Are Life has the Devo Lush Dark Matter Glow and a Kubi Hydro. Hey, that sounds like a cool knife. The Kubi Hydro. Okay, fine. Today I've got my QSP Gorilla and my QSP Hedgehog for Angry Tom. By the way, Knives Are Life is a channel member as well. Thank you, sir. Kathleen, hello, channel member. I have my Little Bro Jack SAK Mini Champ and a new Rosecraft Teardrop. How are you liking that, Kathleen? Hopefully you do. Oh, no way. I think Ben will be at River's Edge. Nice. Somebody from Jack Wolf. Okay, that'll be cool. We'll ask him tonight, okay? Remind me and we'll ask him if he's coming. Mannix 2 helped with dinner tonight for Mad Yoko. By the way, Will B is the channel member as well. Speaking of channel members, There is Jim Miller, channel member, a moderator, Blue Pinion, Blue Microburst. We got lots of Tempest stuff tonight. Blue Dust Devil, awesome, sir. Andrew Hubbard, also a channel member. Hey, Andrew. Shadow was all I had in the pocket since I was in gym shorts. Gym shorts weather. Gotcha. Blade Shooter G carried the Kunwu S Tau. Do you see a trend? You like Kunwu stuff, Blade Shooter? Yeah. Michael Morgan, Spyderco Shaman, Micarta S30V, Victorinox Compact, and a Maglite Solitaire LED. Michael, thank you for being a channel member. And Chris Orris, you as well. PM2 Crew Carta, Kaiser Drop Bear, and a Blue Dust Devil. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Oh, we're getting crazy with the whoop whoops now. Hey, TR EDC Tim. Hello, sir. Tim B's got moderators got a Kaiser Knife Guy, Aries Tabico, Victorinox Classic SD, Brynite E18, Visconti Carousel Apple Green Pin. Nice. Brian Kerr is a channel member and has a Ford Stinger. Nice. DK Knives, Mr. Richard. Hey, buddy. Has the Microburst, an Arcfeld Pro, Olight OSK2, and a Junkin Genius. Hey, gotcha, my friend. Thank you. Bug Out and a Clinch River Swayback for El Cap, also a channel member. They're everywhere. This is awesome. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Richard. Fidgeting with my new pyrite. Used it to prep dinner. Nice, Chance. Very cool. Welcome to the chat. Kubi Orthodox today. Dan, I don't know that one, but welcome, and I'm glad you have it. CDC Hansen with black scales and purple sprinkles on me this evening. Nice, Tim. Jason Beecher's got a Case Sawbuster Jr., Imperial Barlow, Leatherman Wingman, Buck Canoe, and a Gerber utility knife. Thank you for being a channel member. Hello, Palmer. What's up? Woodfish. Hello, sir. Carrying my PM2 Warncliffe. That's a good looking knife, sir. Very much. I should know. I've seen it. Been playing with this new CGRB CDC Hectare. I'm loving it. Nice. Grizz, appreciate you being a channel member as well. Hello, Mike Adams. There are 64 folks in here. Welcome to each and every one. Mike McLaughlin. Hey, buddy. Echo Splinter and a Mercury Luck. Nice. Is that a Luck Knives knife from Mike? Is that what we're talking about? I don't know. Arcane Plexus Dimco 8020S, Microtech Hera 2, Microtech Ramlock Stitch, Olight Warrior Nano, and a Heretic Thoth pin, all for Will B, channel member. Dust Devil around the neck, and that's it for Prado. Hey, buddy. Thank you for being a channel member as well. I meant to see if I'm missing anybody. Up, Hogtooth Nova 1 on the belt, also for Will B. That is a shoot, Bob the Knife Junkie design. I know that. About 50% with the likes. Let's make that a little bit better. Thank you, David. My government name is Tim Adams. Okay, Tim. Thanks for sharing. Whoop, whoop for the boop, boop. Very nice. Could be Orthodox. Yeah, I read that, Dan. Yeah, that was a really cool story from Woodfish, how he got that. He'll let him tell it. Blue Kubi Dust Devil, Tempest Collab Scout Carry. Got it. There you go. Got put to work with tons of cardboard sample boxes today and took a licking and kept on ticking. Nice, Rory. Thank you for being a channel member as well, sir. What does that say? It says corrosion proof. Carrying the Ray Laconigo EZC 2.0 with zirconium inlay. Nice, corrosion proof. Welcome. A Fintiso Atlas for Eric Sprout. Hello, Eric. Amazing for $30 Amazon knife. Yeah, I've heard good things about those. I've not gotten to review one yet, but I'm working on stuff. Hey, Donald, what's up, man? Donald, channel members, got the Kunwu X Tau, Microtech SOCOM Elite, and a Civivi Redemptor. There you go. I'm having a hard time talking. It's another day is what it is. Hey, Carnivorous, what's up? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, we got the boop boops going on. If you know, you know. Kuthi Orthodox is a fixed blade. And hello, I'm me. Good to have you here. Thank you. Dust Devil Rocks. Gotta love it, man. Who's being selfish? I hope not me. All right, let's see if I'm caught up. Mercury Luck is a clip point slip joint from Italy. LMAX with micarta aluminum or G10 for $85. Nice. Never heard of it, but that sounds great. Manly Wasp today for Top Dog. Hello, Top Dog. Good to see you. CJRB Boa Rosecraft Tanasi Lake Teardrop for Papa Chuck, channel member. Very cool. Love the Rosecraft Tanasi Lake Teardrop. Gorgeous blue. Absolutely, Mike. I'm loving mine for sure. And I gave one away to Chuck last week. So, well, Andy did technically. You know what I mean. All right. I'm going to call it caught up. If I missed your check, your pocket check, please drop it again now. Now. All right. Let's see what I had today. Number one in the pocket was the Riot XO-M in aluminum Blade HQ exclusive with Nitro V steel. I'm waiting a little bit to do my review on this one, but not too long. They're going to be dropping some of these with a different steel soon. Slightly improved steel is the way I would put it. And then these particular ones with Nitro V will come back in October. All right. So very cool. Bought that one because I wanted to check it out, and I'm glad I did. Bama Ninja carried a Fairforge Buck, a Pinion, a Fairforge Prolix, and a Corvette M around the neck. Dang, there you go, Tim. Nice stuff. Sean Weiss has an Asher Spear. Is that one of the new Warncliffs or the original drop point? Just curious. Got that new Lush. Whoops. Got that new Lush. Can't wait to see what all the hype is about. It looks like a great light carry for bowling. There you go, Carnivorous. That'll work. Yeah, hit that like button, everybody, please. Hey, Robert Feely in the house. Good to see you. All right. Second knife in the pocket today, Blue Monday, is the Tempest designed and Tempest knife. Wow, Microjet. These are on order, and I will be letting you guys know when they're on the way. They will be a drop and not a pre-order, and I am very excited. Blade Walker is in the house. I see you, Super G Craig. Hold on. Well, let's start with Super G Craig so he doesn't go off the screen. Microtech MSI and a Spyderco. Smock, thank you for being a channel member. And Blade Walker, also a channel member. I'm carrying my new Asher Warney and an Aurora Truffles. Nice. Don't let me miss anybody. Yeah, I think their Stonewash is pretty dang good, in my opinion. I love their Stonewash. Grayer's here. Hey, Grayer, another channel member. ZT0562, serial number 0246 and M390. Leatherman ES4 Squirt, CRKT Bowie Minimalist, Copper Right Chuck, Custom Copper Coin, Olight I3T EOS. Thank you. Oh no, did he drop the review, Kathleen? Nice. I did not see that yet. I wish I was ready to sell them now. He always gets some good movement going on my sales. But I decided not to wait this time. I just decided to go ahead and get it out there. Kaiser Porcupine, Kaiser Comic, Phoenix PD36R, and an Aries Pry Bar for Joe, who's also a channel member. I will have to watch that tonight, Kathleen. Arizona, Concept Main Street in dark Ultim, QSP Penguin in red, my Carta, nice Arizona, very cool. Got my money set back for a microjet, nice budget away, my friend. I cannot wait. That is the best. What's that say? Secret Concept and an old Camillus Whitler for D. Sharon. Welcome, sir. Got one of your stickers in the giveaway tonight, so thank you for that. Thank you, Justin, Ohio. Welcome, sir. All right, third knife in the pocket today is kind of one of the things we're here to talk about tonight. This is the incredibly gorgeous Jack Wolf Venom Jack in the blue marbled carbon fiber. I can't wait till you guys see my video on this that I recorded today. I'm pretty excited about this. And I got to do a lot of comparisons and a lot of other kind of analysis, if you will, since it wasn't a full review. So I had some fun with that. Did you see the new Essie with the crossbar lock? Oh, very cool, Grayer. I did not see that. And you know, I'm not the biggest crossbar lock guy, but you know, it is what it is. Do you have an idea? I'm saying late, mid to late September, but again, I don't know for sure, David. I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm thinking. Super G, you got that, and this Warncliffe blade is awesome, and I've got the one with the hand satin, and that is just stupid, ridiculously beautiful. I mean, it is great. And did I scratch it when I dropped it? Did I really? I did right there. Ah, dang it. Is anyone carrying a multi-tool anymore? I carry, so when I do woodfish, you know, I work like football games and stuff like that. I always have my Leatherman Wave on me when I'm doing that. But for just daily use, I don't. I love my Wave. I sure do. But I carry a Micra, by the way. We'll just show that. I carry a Leatherman Micra every day. I have a blue Leatherman Micra on me absolutely every day. It's customized with Knives Fast on there. So, yeah, I mean, I carry Leatherman quite often. This guy's with me every day. I love the scissors. I just can't, I don't show everything. Jim carries one every day. There you go. Tim's got a multi-tool in his vehicle. So, yeah, I mean, for sure, people carry them. Hey, Keith, hurry up and get home, man. Carry Gerber dime every day, says Wayne. Nice. Splitting Slices. Byron is here. Another awesome channel member. Thank you. Aries is here. Doing some work and listening. That's all good, my friend. Not a problem. Michael carries a Victorinox often. Yeah, they do. And D. Sharon Design says, if they count, I keep one in my backpack every day. Yep. Yeah, I would say that's definitely a multi-tool. Nice, BEDC. Hey, look, that's why I do so many lives. So if you miss one, you're going to get the other. Thank you, Brian. Good to have you here, man. Got to meet Brian at Blade Show. Cool dude for sure. All right. Echo, what's up? I carry a multi-tool and I call it a knife. There you go. Neil McKenzie, multi-tool to work every day. Yeah, I just don't think people put them in their pocket check all the time. That's all. Yep. I mean, every Monday, I show my Leatherman Wave because it's blue. So I put it in my carry every Monday. Leatherman Charge Plus in my bag, and I carry a Leatherman Rebar 60% of the time, says Brian Kerr. Nice. Oh, gosh. Yeah, the dime is an interesting one. I got or was that the SOG that I'm thinking of? I don't remember which one that was now. I had a multi-tool in that was just almost too smooth for me. I don't remember what it was now. Kathleen's got a Leatherman in her car and an SAK often and a SOG PowerPoint. Nice. The PowerPoint might have been the one that was too smooth. It's like, man, can't even control it. But I don't know. I'm weird. So real quick before Ben gets in here, I just got a couple of things to show real quick. If you missed my vertical stream earlier today, go check that out. You see this box right here? And you guys, if he comes in the chat tonight, which he might not because it was the first day of school for him, but Gorilla sent some knives for giveaways. This is amazing. He's done this before, but basically what he says is they're not getting carried. Somebody else should carry them. So he does that quite often. He's done it 2 or 3 times now. And I just think, yeah, thank you, Gorilla. Very, very, very kind of him to do. Chance has 4 dimes. You're going to cry if they stop producing it. That's funny. Yeah, so Gorilla killed it. And then I just got some stuff in right before the stream. And to be honest with you, I haven't even unboxed most of it yet. I think these 2 are prototypes from Quist Blade Works. This is a new petrified fish that I thought I'd try. And then this. Okay, I want to talk about this before Ben gets on here. This is a new KB knife, which is a sub-brand of Kubi, okay? First time I've seen the box for the KB. The KBs are going to be their higher-end knives with the higher-end steel. They've kind of divided it off. And this is the KB 323A, M390, and titanium. And this is the Kubi Hydro, designed by our buddy Mark Loot 10 or New Breed EDC. Look at that thing. Look at that. The milling is ridiculous. Feels good in the hand. 4-finger. Another one of these thin, lightweight knives. I would show you that next to this. And no, I don't think anybody copied anybody, but there's the Hydro next to the Giant Mouse Bleeker. Ace Bleeker. Check that out, guys. Very cool. Really thin knives. Now, the Hydro is not quite as thin as you can see, but definitely not thick either. Very, very cool. Not much of a sharpening choil on which one? On this guy? Let's look at it. It's clear for like probably 2 or 3 sharpenings. I see where you're coming from. Probably like 2 sharpenings. Yeah, this is very nice, man. This is really, really nice indeed. What do you guys think? It's a beauty. Now, don't forget, and I think let's go see if this counts. Let's go to Kubi's website and see if the Hydra is on there or if it's only. So we're gonna go to KubiKnife.com, and I'm gonna search for the Hydro. May not be on there. No. So I think KB Knife is a totally separate KB Knife. KB Blade is the actual website. Nice. And if we search for Hydro, okay, so yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe we just got to search for the number. Maybe that's what it is. Let's look at the number. So what did I say it was? It's the KB 323A. KB 323A. No, it's not coming up on that site. I got this from White Mountain. Wow, Justin at White Mountain Knives 323A. Okay. Huh. I don't know. That's really strange. I am not finding it on any of their sites. Maybe Tim can find it for us, but I got it. I got this guy through White Mountain. So that's where, if you're interested, I would say go to White Mountain and use code Knives Fast, and get you 10% off. All right. Ben says he'll be here soon. So we'll just keep Hail Hydro. Hey, Tim's School of Fish is here. Guys, go check out Tim's channel. Cool dude, doing some cool stuff. And I don't get to watch it much, but him and Jake from Uncommon EDC do a really cool live stream. And check them out for sure. But there is your new breed EDC designed Kubi Hydro. Very, very cool. There you go. Tim's got you hooked up. Tim's got you hooked up. Let's see while we're waiting for Ben. Let's see what this petrified fish is, because I don't even remember, if I'm being honest. Okay. This is a big boy, and I remember now. I don't remember the name of it, though, and they don't ever put them on there. Well, wait. Is it on the box? Just the PFB 05 BRMS. Lord. Okay. It does have a name. I'll have to look it up and let you guys know, but we'll show you this. Oh, nice. $140 for the Hydro. That's actually a great price for what you get for M390, Tim. That's awesome. So this just came in a few minutes ago, both of these and the other two back here. Here is this petrified fish. Will you look at that blade? Let's wipe it. But holy moly. This is a beast. Now, this is not in that thin knife category. Holy moly. And we've got like a tan micarta, like a really light tan micarta, big, wow, big drop point blade. All right, guys, let's see if we can middle finger flick it. Yeah, I don't get it, Tim. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'll have to ask, because, hey, Tim, when I asked my Kubi rep that sends me knives if she could send me a Hydra, she didn't know what it was. And I said, it's the KB blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's that totally separate brand. So they're treating the KB brand separate, and maybe the KB brand must be straight to dealers. That's what I think. So I never heard back if they were going to send me one. So I reached out to Justin at White Mountain. He said, absolutely. Man, this thing, I think I'm going to love this blade. It is fairly thin, and it is a beast. I like that. I am glad I saw this one and asked him to send it. This is pretty dang sweet. I think there is, Tim, but I'm not sure. I'm not able to find it. Nice. Jay's carrying butter knife 133 today, faux show. Very cool, Jay. That's awesome, man. That's weird, Tim. Yeah, I asked Mark and he wasn't even sure, but they must be straight to dealers. That, because I am not finding a KB. See, here's the new box and brand, and it says, let's see if it's got a site. Okay, Tim, kbknives.com, kbknives.com. See if you can find that. It's on the box. I might as well look since I'm here. Okay. Yeah, it's a totally separate website that just has their high-end knives on it, it looks like. Catalog. I would hope the Hydra is on here. Yep, it's there. So it's $260 over there. I don't remember what you said it was on White Mountain now. Oh, D&K Knives and Tools. Thank you, sir, giving a membership, and that membership went to D. Sharon Design. Nice, man. Thank you, Dick. Appreciate it, my friend Richard. There is your Dalika salute. Thank you for being so kind, sir. Okay, we're going to read this one more time. You ready, Robert? Robert, it is the PFB05 BRMS. Let me see if I can find the name. When I asked him to send it, I did find the name. So give me a second, and I will go find the name. White Mountain. That is not the right conversation. Loaners. Petrified Fish Tunny. 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 It is the petrified fish. Tim, so why would it be that much more at the KB knife. Oh, with that code, with the White Mountain code. Oh, with that code. Oh, has he still got that big code on, Tim? It takes like 32% off or something? That's crazy. It's a sharp banana. That's a whale of a deal on that knife. Uh-oh, my dehumidifier bucket just filled up. Can't help it right now. I do not, Tim. I mean, you can try my KC20LT and let me know if that works there. But I don't know. Tunny, Tunny, not Tawny. Wow. That's crazy, Tim. What am I drinking? Drink what? Oh, the dehumidifier bucket? No, I'm good. Look at how you can't even hardly see that. It's a really thin fuller, but you can easily flick it. This is great. So both of those are really nice. So there's the Tunny. And again, if you want to see one more time, that is the KB Knives Hydro. KB Knives Hydro. And, you know, I'll show these next two, but I'm not even sure, since Ben's not here yet, we'll show a couple more. But let me see if I can remember the name of this. I think it was a concept. All right. I think, so these are prototypes from Quist Blade Works. And this, I believe, is the concept. Let's see if we got any. No, okay. So this is the CJRB version. This is a very small CJRB Quist Blade Works. Wow. Quist Blade Works design. These will be coming fairly soon, I believe. Man, it is really small. Very thin and very small. It's got jade. Is that jade or white? It's jade G10. Really interesting looking knife. Nice grip. Very cool. Again, this is the CJRB version. Okay. So we'll put that over here. And then this is the Concept Vivid prototype. You know, I don't know. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. I have a prototype sitting right here of a cooperative knife that I'm going to have with a certain company. And I'm not really allowed to show the prototype, but all these other people show their prototypes off. So I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong. So this is the Concept Vivid. I saw Everyday City Carry showing one of these off. Really interesting looking knife. For sure, you got some kind of crazy Damascus, some kind of crazy swirly raindrop pattern carbon fiber. You got a Axis style lock. Really interesting ergos on this one. Very interesting ergos. Again, the Concept Vivid prototype. This is designed. No, I don't, Conal. My life is boring. Yeah, but very interesting indeed, for sure. Yeah, he's coming. He just stepped in, so be patient, guys. Ben, how about a thumbs up, buddy? You ready? Okay. All right. Well, guys, it is time to bring on. I got to do one of these. See, every time I put this pressure on myself, I gotta do a cool intro. It's time for the King of the West, the greatest mullet and beard in the history of the world. I don't know what I got. And the designer of Jack Wolf Knives, the brainchild of Jack Wolf Knives, Ben Belkin, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, everyone?
Okay. I don't know. Did I do okay? Was that terrible?
Yeah, you did. You did good. It's good to see you guys. Sorry I'm late.
You're good, brother. I know you got stuff going on. I'm just happy you come in and grace us with your presence, man. I know you're a busy dude.
Busy afternoon, but we got it all done in time. So what else can you do?
Nice, man. So, guys, if you don't know, Venom Jack round 2 is this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And Ben, I don't want to give away too much on my video that I recorded today. That'll go up probably Wednesday, I would think. But let's just say this version right here is probably one of my most beautiful jackwolves. I think the combination of the hand satin and this absolutely poppin' blue carbon fiber is gorgeous. Now, you may have handpicked me to get a nice real blue one, but yours looks pretty blue too.
I'll tell you what, Casey, we talk a lot about consistency across pieces with different material manufacturers.
Yes, sir.
And these guys at ProTech Composites, their material is super consistent, not only with the coloration, but the quality of it. Like, we haven't experienced voids. I haven't gotten any complaints from the manufacturer. I think it's just a high quality product.
Yeah, they did the white marbled on the mini Cyborg Mini. Yeah, thank you. Gosh. And that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that blue, Ben. It just pops.
And it's like like a royal blue. It's like a blue,
It's like an electric blue. That's what I was calling it. I mean, it's like, and you got this hand satin just complements it so well, in my opinion. And I like a lot of your knives. You know that I mean, there hasn't really been one I don't like, but I've said all along that the Venom is the most pinchable. If you don't like to use your thumb, your thumbnail, you absolutely do not have to on this knife.
Yeah, you certainly can, but you don't need to. I don't think anybody will,
I mean, you can, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it's not a problem. No, it's just I don't prefer it.
Out of habit, some people may, but it's just so easy to grip and rip this guy.
Yep.
That's blue.
So they're Friday at 2 p.m., guys. 4 versions, but then a 5th one that we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Ben, that one is also gorgeous.
It came out good. This one, try something. Turn off my ceiling light. See if I can.
There you go.
Let's let the sunlight do the work from.
Yeah.
So there's the tumble.
Arizona sunlight.
Yeah, it's been pretty.
And that's got the blast and tumble, right?
Correct. Now, you know what? I call it blast and tumble. I don't know if they're acid washing it. I don't know how they get the finish.
Yeah, I heard you say that in the video. It's interesting.
I need to ask.
It does look. Whoops, wrong box.
It looks blasted to me, and I just always thought of this finish as a blast and tumble finish. I think
it might be. If you look at this guy, this is Kubi's acid stonewash.
Mm-hmm.
And so that looks a little different than that to me.
Yeah.
But again, each manufacturer is going to be slightly different in their processes. So who knows?
Yep. I really just need to ask. But, some people, like I've heard people say, oh, it's blasted, it's going to rust or corrode. Like, we haven't had a single complaint yet from anyone about that. So I wouldn't worry about that if anybody's got that on their mind. It's really cool.
Yeah, and it's the same finish. And I'm going to get it out now. Here it is. It's the same finish that's on my Cyborg. And if anybody's followed my feed, I carry this guy an absolute lot. And I've not had any issues. I mean, look at the blade. Clean as clean can be. No problems. I carry this thing. I cut with this thing. I actually whittled with this thing one day.
Nice.
It's not a problem. Not a problem.
Here's the rock
pattern.
Yeah, this came out really cool.
You're good, David. Enjoy your supper, man. Hey, Nick Martino. Yeah, and I like the purple with it. I think that's kind of a cool combo. So, and guys, Ben is actually asking if people have ideas for other patterns. He'll take those. He's but it looks like you're a genius when it comes to it anyway, because that's gorgeous, dude.
I gotta tell you what, it's not as if I made this up. Like when I saw
it's
I
been
saw
around,
the knife modders do it on some of those ones they modded for me for DLT, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was the first time I ever saw it. I know they didn't originate it, but it was the first time I saw it. And I thought that was just cool as hell. And so before I even attempted it, I called up Richie. I'm like, hey, dude, I need to jack your style. Is that cool? And he's like, absolutely, go for it. I was like, yes.
That's awesome.
Belt
I went away for a second, but I'm back. Sorry about that.
You cool?
I don't know what my computer did.
Will asked if I will be the one at River's Edge on Saturday the 24th or one of my representatives. It will be Mawa. I will be there. So
nice. Will's excited. He's going to be there.
Yeah, Will, please come by. I'm super excited. Any chance to get out of Arizona in the summer is, a great opportunity for me, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like, I've never been to River's Edge. I'm from the Midwest. I love the Midwest. I know I'm going to get to meet people for the first time that don't come to Blade Show, but will come to River's Edge. So it's going to be sweet.
Nice. And JD's saying he wants a harpoon blade shape. That would be cool. Ever think of trying a frag pattern, says Andrew. And I was going to say bark pattern would look really cool.
Bark pattern. That's interesting. Like different from the jigging we've done.
Yeah. So have you ever seen, as a matter of fact, the knife modders do a bark pattern?
Yeah.
It looks like tree bark. I mean, it literally,
they're kind of like vertical lines that are
it's a heavy, you know what it is? It's a heavy orange peel.
Right.
I mean, and it gets down in there and creates a line.
Look how cool this black wash looks. Like it kind of
Will, if you go to his table, if you go see him at or whatever he's got at River's Edge, you'll like Slippy's when you're done.
Yeah. Well,
what were you? I'm sorry. Show that one again, please.
So this one really embodies the spirit of the knife. This is carbon toxic green with a black wash. So DLC then stone wash. Yeah, it pretty much matches the can. And the black wash looks so good. And I love how
my only question here is he's green and he's a snake, right?
He's wearing snake armor.
Okay, so is he defending against snakes because he's got green slime on his blade here? I'm wondering what's happening.
You know what? I don't know. Whatever you want it
to be. Like, wait a minute.
He is obviously probably. Can you say that? I would say that he is fighting some kind of snake-like enemy. And in doing so, to get in the spirit of things, he's prepared his snake armor.
Yes. That works for me. I like that.
So I've given these artists basically almost free reign on what to do. I don't like constrain them too much. We kind of spitball some ideas. They do a couple different thumbnail concepts. And the inspiration from that outfit came from G.I. Joe.
Got it.
What's his name? Like Serpento or something like that.
Yes. And you know what this is? I was about to say this is so comic book. This is like ultra, like crazy comic book, and I love it.
It's pretty freaking cool. Like Gonzo's style is very different from Sean's, which I love.
And the details he does some crazy details in his art.
Yeah, the more you look at it, the more you see that stuff.
Yeah, like look right here at the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Really cool art for sure.
So these are
the only packaging worth collecting. Yeah, I got that. River's Edge. What day? What day is that?
It's Saturday. I think it's the 24th. Saturday. It's one day from around, if I remember correctly, 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, something like that. I've never done it before, so it's kind of a learning experience for me. And they are pretty much in Columbus, like not in Columbus, but in the Columbus metro area.
Gotcha. Kevin says it's poison on the blade. All right, I got it. It's Venom. Nick Martino says there are free episodes of G.I. Joe on YouTube. I watch them often. Nice. Hey, Freak Show. What's up, dude? Man, the Mortal Kombat Scorpion character would have been a cool idea for Jack on this go-around. Yeah,
that's true.
Yep. Serpentor.
Thank you.
G.I. Joe
Thanks,
villain.
Andrew.
Yeah.
We did
Kathleen says she was, or no, JD says he was suggesting a radial pattern that gradually increases in size as it moves away from the pivot.
kind of like a Doppler or radar pattern.
Yeah.
That always looks good. I think the Rosa
somebody did something similar to that on a knife recently.
The Roosevelt has something like that, I think, and so does Chris Reeve had one too. Yeah, I think that's. I'm not going to say it's common, but it's one that you see from time to time.
That you've seen, right? But it still would be cool.
Absolutely.
Columbus, Ohio, Mike. That is correct. Columbus, Ohio, on the 22nd.
If you guys are in the area, you should definitely come by. I don't think you have anything to lose. I hope the weather holds up, but it's going to be sweet.
Nice. So what did we get through? Did we do all of them there? Well, I don't think we did we?
Oh, we got to do the exclusive. So
let's see. And so this time we've got it where? Blade HQ?
I want to show this off.
Okay.
Who can name the animal this came from?
Gosh. Armadillo?
This is saddle leather here.
Yes.
What's this?
Anybody?
Someone's going to know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's not like an ostrich or anything like
that.
We're
going to have these and a few other animal or exotics, I should say, not eel. We're going to have a few other exotics.
Kangaroo?
On our website pretty soon. Nope.
Eel?
Nope, not yet. So look, snake? These are suede lined, not snake, not lizard, not gator, not pig. These are suede lined. These are so nice. Not ray.
Huh. It's not some kind of pig or something?
Nope.
Huh.
And so
I don't know.
Is the Blade HQ
T-Rex. It's oh my gosh. Stop showing me that.
Isn't that cool?
That thing is awesome.
Ding ding ding. Blade Walker got it.
What is it? Shark. Okay.
That's shark leather.
The Ben, I gotta say, and again, there's no way you knew this. Maybe you did. But the shiny silver bolsters with the bronze, that is bad. That is so awesome looking.
So let's talk about this because Blade HQ is going to get the credit for this design. Like part of the way I do the dealer exclusive program is I collaborate with the dealer and I give them options and they kind of steer the configuration. Now, I can say like, no, I don't think we should do that.
Right.
But I try to let them have ownership of the design. So I had been experimenting with this polished tie and I was like, holy crap, that looks great. And it's interesting because it's a little different from polished stainless steel. If anybody's seen polished titanium, it's just a little more gray, if I had to say. And when we did it the first time, like this was polished, but the liner was still blasted. So like they blasted it first and then they polished it. And that kind of gave a cool two-tone look. But then we were like, no, polish the whole thing. Polish all the metal. And then when we saw that, it was like, oh yeah.
That is absolutely beautiful.
And so this is actually, the hardware has been polished and then anodized gold. So it's different from the gold ano on like the gold, dark matter gold gunslinger and stuff like that, or anything else I've done gold ano on before. Like the pocket clip on the gunslinger. And so this is Rich Light. This is Blue Canyon Rich Light, and it's got a polished finish. So it's a little more traditional, this one.
That one is very traditional looking,
but I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, man, I don't know. This is very different from my stuff. I don't know if this is going to work. And then the minute we teased this thing, everybody was like, holy shit, look at that.
So it doesn't look so traditional that it looks like your grandpa's knife. I mean, it still looks modern and tough looking.
Yeah.
And that color, I mean, the colors are ridiculous.
Yeah, it works. So credit to
Hey,
the
Todd.
team at Blade
Hey,
HQ.
Todd. That's awesome, man. All right, real quick, Ash says hello to everybody. I don't think she wants to come on, but we have Killer Bunny number 102 tonight.
102, right?
I don't know. 104. You were way off. I'll write it on there. 104. This is the Ninja Turtle Killer Bunny tonight. There we go. Nice, dude. He's coming for you.
That looks good.
Yep. She's over here. Wave your hand. She's had a rough couple of days. She got back early this morning from riding a bus from Knoxville from a friend's house, so she's pooped. Okay, have fun. Thank you very much for that. I'll write a 4 on there.
I'm gonna come back down to check on him in a few.
Okay. All right. Hey Ben, will Blade HQ and Jack Wolf ever do a Jade exclusive?
You know, that would just be up to them. I don't know if they're still doing a lot of Jade exclusives. Like, I don't know if that was kind of, you know,
we could get a Desert Warrior Jack Wolf.
I'm not opposed to it. Like, you know, the whole thing with the exclusive is they're agreeing to buy a certain amount. So it's like, you're going to buy that amount. I'm going to be real open with what you do because,
right.
You know,
you're
guys,
committing. So you got to be smart about it.
And it's, they have skin in the game as far as designing something they think people will like. It takes the pressure off me a little bit, which honestly is nice.
Yeah, I got to meet some of their guys when I went on my factory tour at Kershaw. A couple of their guys were there. I cannot remember the one guy's name, but he actually does the exclusives. But the other guy's name was Jacob, and I got to meet them at Blade HQ. They seem like really cool people.
They really are. I've been up there a couple times, and they're good dudes. Good dudes.
Yep, very cool. I just think Jade would look awesome. Okay. Boo Anderson, hello. Ultim for Tri-State. There you go. I think he's done Ultim before.
Yeah, we've done quite a bit of it. We did recently we did an Ultim Benny for DLT. That was their exclusive. Ultim with Blackwash.
That's awesome. So that's the 5 guys. Now, don't forget, the first 4 will be at all the dealers that are listed on the site. The one he just showed, which is ridiculous. And matter of fact, Ben, I'm just going to say it. I think this run of 5 might have, like, I don't think there's like an iffy one in the bunch. These are all gorgeous. These are all just over the top. Very cool.
It's a good balance. I feel like there's probably something for everyone in here.
I think so.
You know, it's really hard to pick which one would be the runaway seller. If the blue one, if the Blade HQ one was a regular SKU, I would say that would be the one just based on people's reaction to it.
Yep.
What is the name of the
I think you must be talking about the green one.
Which one, my friend? Are you talking about the handle material? Is it which one? Green, blue, titanium rock pattern, blue carbon fiber, or red carbon fiber? Which one? I guess I'll answer them all. This is called Blue Canyon Rich Light. Rich Light is a paper micarta. It's used, I think it's been around for a long time. I know they make countertops out of it. Certainly make knife handles and scales out of it. This is Camo Carbon Toxic Green. Camo Carbon is out of the San Diego area. His name's Andy, and he also owns Nalpac, and he owns a knife store in San Diego. Super cool guy. This is Fat Carbon Dark Matter Red. They're out of Lithuania. They're very nice people. They come to the Blade Show, so you could always meet them if you were ever there. Always been a good, popular scale material for us. This is Rock Pattern Milled Titanium. They're all identical. It's done on the CNC. I've had a few people ask me that, if they're all unique. I wish, but not at this price. And then That's blue marble carbon fiber. So it's kind of like a shred marble carbon fiber with interwoven color. Pretty cool.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Look how much blue. Look at that.
Yep.
Just ridiculous.
I'll be using more of their stuff for sure.
Yep. So, all right, this is going to sound like a super random question, but that's what I do best. And then we're going to get into a not so random question. All right. So, first, Venom. All right. So we had one flute on each end, but now we've got 3 and 2. Correct. So, random question. What's the reasoning, or just for looks, or is there some specific thought or reason?
It's an evolution. It's a way to distinguish the first run from the second run. You know, and I did them single in the beginning because that was more traditional. I guess I would say they're traditional either way. I was just my preference. It's just aesthetic.
So it's called Toxic Green.
Camo Carbon Toxic
Carbon. Yeah, they make it in, the guy makes it in San Diego.
That's correct, Mike. It's domestic produced carbon fiber. So they have an Instagram page. They have a website. They got really nice stuff. And I have to give them credit. The quality has improved. So it was owned by another guy, and Andy was their sole distributor. Let me take a step back. The guy who owned it was never making stuff for the knife community. I think he was making stuff for other industry. And Andy came across it and was like, I want to market this to knife makers. And so he became like the sole dealer who was marketing it to the knife community. And I don't even think the guy was calling it camo carbon at that time. I think Andy came up with that name to make it marketable to the knife community, something like that. And then ultimately, Andy bought the business from that guy, and he bought all the equipment and everything. And there was some quality control problems when it was in the other guy's ownership. So Andy basically took control of it. I think he had a little bit of a learning curve, which is understandable, but now he's got it dialed. And I've seen the recent batches of the 80s stuff and the watermelon sugar. Yep. I'm just like, damn, now it's like screaming. That stuff is screaming now.
Yeah, it definitely, I mean, if you look at this right here, this is, I'm about to send this back to TPK, but this is the Lush in the 80s, and it's over the top, man. It's like,
that looks amazing.
Yep. Over the top. Really, really cool. So, I mean, over the top in a good way. Ben, let's see, JD, future run of Venom Jacks, can you make a fat carbon frost? I love that idea.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of frost. It's done well for us. I like blue, and I really like when there's white in these carbon fibers because it creates a really nice contrast, and I think that's cool.
I agree.
I appreciate you.
He mentioned that this would look really cool down the road on some model with black, like a black blade and black bolsters and that.
I agree.
Yeah, that would look really cool. So very, very awesome. So next, not so random question. So we had, I don't know, you probably didn't get to see it. You're too busy. But last week we had Andy from Rosecraft on. And one of the things I like doing, and I've done this with you in the past, but I haven't done it recently. But one of the things we did with Andy was we spent a lot of time talking about patterns. And one of the things you've made very clear on this is that this is based on sort of a single bladed trapper handle or trapper pattern. And guys, what we basically mean, and again, this is not a really great comparison. This is a very traditional trapper. This is a Bear and Son 2-blade trapper, but what you see is that I had it the right way the first time. That flare at the back of the handle, that fattening, if you will, towards the back of the handle. But I love that it's a single blade, by the way. But you know, I think that's really cool that you've been doing this from the get-go, but paying homage to the trapper pattern because it's been very popular, but without having to do 2 blades or, and doing a different blade shape on it and everything else. So I don't know, thoughts on the trapper pattern? I know you've done others that sort of fall into that as well.
Trapper pattern is probably the most, aside from a Barlow or a sleeve board, one of the most ubiquitous slip joint patterns out there. Like you go to Texas, where my wife is from, everybody's got a case trapper in a leather sheath on their belt. Like that's how these guys roll out in the country. But not all trappers look the same. The one that I really think is cool is a Tony Bowes pattern called the Warncliffe Trapper. And Case, Bowes, the collaborations that Case did, they've made those before. And then other slip joint makers make them, like Pena's made them. A bunch of these guys made them. And they're smaller. They're like 3.5, 3.6 closed. And the handle is a little more like my handle. And it has a Warncliffe and a long clip point blade. So that's kind of the one I riffed off of. But I made it bigger, and I wanted the Warncliffe because I already had the laid back jack, which is kind of a slender Warncliffe. And I wanted to have, there you go. And I wanted to have a taller Warncliffe. So in order to make it taller, I had to exaggerate the butt end of the knife a little bit. And I wanted that more aggressive, like hook into your hand, which kind of drives the cutting edge down. So that knife right there was my inspiration.
Oh, come on. I'm having a hard time here. But anyway, you get the point.
Yeah. So I love that. That knife is amazing. Someone's in the chat. I want to answer them real quick. They're talking about camo carbon, and they're talking about the thickness. So I don't know if you guys are just making knives one at a time, or what your use case is. They're talking about 3/16, so that's 0.1875. And they're saying
Aries is a custom fixed blade maker, and he makes knives basically 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. Yep.
Right. So, but listen, if you are willing to buy, you just got to ask Andy, because he can bake a sheet for you, and you might just have to buy a sheet. And a sheet, I think, is 9.5 by 19 inches, which is 240 by 480 millimeters. So that's not huge. So if you can, buy a sheet, and that you're not going to have too much extra, then you could specify whatever thickness you want. And then you're not buying 1/4 inch to get 3/16 and paying for all that overage. So just throwing that out there.
All right, we're getting a question again about a 2-bladed knife.
2-blade. Would I ever do it? I mean, the answer is sure. It's not. Here's what I'm thinking. These are already $300 slip joint knives. Like, that's expensive. And it would have to be more for a 2-blade, without a doubt. You got another blade, which is a substantial cost of the material, because we're talking about super steel. And it's more labor, it's more grind, it's more CNC time, it's more everything. So you're trying to sell a knife that's never really as popular as a single blade. Like single blades always outsell double blades, and then I got to charge more. So I struggle with it from the business side, honestly. Would I do it? Sure. Maybe not in this configuration. Like maybe down the road, if I come up with some kind of budget line or something, or I find some other way to offer it more affordable, I think that would make a little more sense. But boy, would I not, but I would just not feel good having to charge $350 or something. It's just tough. How about a saddle horn pattern with a fat clip point? Tim, I've never handled a saddle horn. To me, that one always looks a little polarizing, because the hook in the handle is extremely dramatic on those things. And I don't know how I think I sell a lot more slip joints to modern knife guys as opposed to diehard traditional guys. And some of those traditional patterns, sometimes I worry they're not going to attract the modern knife guy because they're too weird.
I mean, that's not a bad point. It's quite drastic.
It's drastic, and some more than others. I mean, that one's beautiful. Look how nice that spade blade looks.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I mean, so cool. But I've seen some saddle.
I can see where the interest would come from. It's absolutely beautiful. That's kind of like a bow trapper, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, really, my Venom is not a whole hell of a lot different from the one you got highlighted there, honestly.
Yep.
But I'm sure if you scroll through some of those, you'll see some pretty dramatic saddle horns.
Right.
Now, Tim's asking about a lamb's foot. That one does interest me. That one does interest me. And in fact, you just kind of put a bug in my head. I've been thinking about what I'd like to draw because I've been kind of behind on drawing slip joints. I mean, this is no secret. I've been working on converting my slip joint designs to the locking knife form factor. Like that's what I've been working on a lot, and a lot of getting it right, a lot of prototyping with that. So, but at some point here, the slip joint design kind of feeds the locking knife design, would feed a fixed blade, because it all kind of starts from the traditional design. So lamb's foot would be one I would do.
There's just an example of a lamb's foot, something similar to that.
Yep. They're just kind of a gentle curve back with that sort of sheep's footy blade, but they call it a lamb's foot because it kind of.
Do they always, is this just their interpretation, or do they always start a little taller and get a little narrower?
They get narrower as they go towards the tip. I think that's what makes the lamb's foot.
Yeah, well, yeah, and what I'm seeing there has been the whole thing starts fat and then gets,
it's like a sleeve board. Exactly. It's wider in the back.
Very much.
They have a little bit of a curve back. Look up the GEC one. I think it said real lamb's foot. Let's see here.
Oh, what did I just do? Nope. I just tried to go on the wrong. All right. I'm working on it.
There. I see that picture.
Oh, the one down here?
Sure. Those are the ones that did.
Oops. Yeah, and I clicked on.
That's okay. That's Logan's article.
Okay.
Scroll down. Maybe there's another picture in there. Yeah, look, that's a good picture of the blades.
This one right here?
Yeah, pick that. He's got a ram's foot, a sheep's foot, and a lamb's foot right there.
Yeah, it opens another tab. I can't really do that, but I'll zoom in on it.
There you go. So the ones I design are most like the ram's foot.
Right.
Where they widen out as they go from the ricasso to the tip. And the sheep's foot is like two parallel lines. And then the lamb's foot tapers from wide.
I like that.
Yep.
That would actually, I feel like that would be a great whittling knife. That 100%. Feels definitely like it would be a great whittler. Very much so. All right, what did Tim ask me? Look at the Etric pattern. I'm not familiar with that. Are you, Ben?
I'm not. Sometimes Dan said it right. Sometimes the sheep's foot, lamb's foot, and a Warncliffe kind of blur together. I agree. Like I call the Venom Jack a Warncliffe, but some people call it a sheep's foot. I'm kind of heavy on straight edges. I have a lot of straight edges, but I just like them.
Is this what we're talking about, Tim? That thing's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't convert well to my style. Like look at the size of the top bolster. I've got a screw in there. It would take the whole bolster.
Yeah. I was wondering if there was a different one maybe. There's a different
probably
company.
Just jack that GEC lamb's foot shamelessly not steal it, but I would certainly
oh yeah. I mean that's called inspiration, man. Come on.
I tell people I don't innovate, I iterate. That's my thing.
I have once again come to ask for a dino pattern called the Jurassic Jack.
I haven't seen you in forever. How you been?
Budget Jack Wolf line, Jack pups with 154 cm micarta and maybe aluminum scales would be pretty sweet. More people would buy more affordable version.
I appreciate the suggestion, my friend. See, I have a different definition from BEDC. He said Wharncliffe and sheepsfoot are more describing the cutting edge than anything. Wharncliffe will be flat, sheepsfoot will have belly, but all the sheep's feet in traditional knives are a straight edge. They have no belly. And it just goes to show, like,
we have this Wharncliffe. We have this argument all the time about Wharncliffe versus sheepsfoot, and it does get a little blurry sometimes these days.
It's blurry, no doubt. The way I look at it is, if there's an arc here, I call it a Wharncliffe. If it goes and then angles and then goes, I call it a sheepsfoot. That's how I differentiate them. But they both have to have straight edges according to my definition, which is, only matters to me.
Understood. So the only thing that confuses me is when, well, this isn't a good example. This is not a good example.
I
That's
call
a
it
straight blade.
sheepsfoot personally, but
See, now Kevin calls it a sheep's foot, but it's a straight edge. So why?
yeah, but I call it a sheepsfoot because it has a straight edge and because it has a angle from spine.
Oh, wrong case. They're down here. They're down here playing with the bunny because the bunny's acting weird. They think he's sick or something. So, all right. So then, I mean, I've been saying Wharncliffe.
I'd probably call that a Wharncliffe because it
All right.
arcs down instead of angles down.
All right, I got it right then. Yeah, I can't wait to get this guy out. Again, I decided to do
If anything blurs the line, it's that one.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've got another one in the drawing stage.
Sheepsfoot.
I've got another one in the drawing stage that's similar to this, but then arcs up a little.
Oh, interesting.
It's not completely straight. I'm very excited about that one. we just finished the cat on that one.
I got a question from David Tooley. David,
okay.
There's 2 US-based carbon fiber manufacturers who you should talk to if you want to get a sheet made. I don't know what their minimum order quantities are, but it never hurts to ask. The first one's called Camo Carbon. He's the dude in San Diego. He's got an Instagram page. He's got a website. His name's Andy. And then the other one who you could contact is called ProTech Composites. They're out of Vancouver, Washington, not Canada, Washington State. And they're the ones who make the blue marble that we were showing you guys. Where did it go? Right here. They make this stuff. And
the white.
But I don't think they would bake you one sheet, in all honesty. You just have to ask. But they may have some stuff in stock. But that's who you can talk to for US-based carbon fiber is Camo Carbon and ProTech Composites. Now, they're going to have lead times. If you're going to get a sheet, it might take 1 to 2 months. But
yeah, I will say I talked to Camo Carbon, and that's what I was told as well. So yeah, it's had to pass on it for what I was working on at the time. I didn't have enough time, but yeah. All right, let's see what Tim says here. Tim says, traditionally, it's all about the point and the angle. Warney is usually more pointy and begins to slope from the tang. Sheepsfoot is more blunt and slopes downward out close to the top. Interesting.
Yeah.
Tip. Okay, tip. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard 10 different definitions, and it's always been confusing to me between a Wharncliffe and a sheepsfoot, if I'm being completely honest, which I am.
Gets really blurry when that cutting edge has an arc, like an Insingo.
Right. Hey, Nick Travellini. Hello, sir.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, absolutely. Ben, look, if you guys got questions, this is the guy, man. Ask them, ask away. Don't feel weird about it. Ask your questions. And, this is a guy that, like he said all along, it's not just slip joints. We now have a fixed blade and 3 locking folder models. So, ask away. If you got a question, Good gosh, Grayer, don't even start with that. Now they're arguing about what knives are what blade shapes. So
Right. That's what we talk about. That's what we
and
think
then the
about.
Rams could join the debate. Yep. I like the shape and the look. I believe you sent me when you were sending me knives early on. You sent me a GEC that was in a ram's foot that I really dug.
That's right. And it had a kind of a sway back handle.
I still that one had a really look at that slip. Had a really dark wood handle, like it was a heavy ebony. Beautiful.
So I'd call that a sheep's foot. I used to use a sheep's foot as kind of a catch-all term for a ram's foot or a sheep's foot, but I think this is actually a little taller here than it is here.
So when I did the so that everybody was laughing at it at the time, but when I did the pinion and the microburst, that's why I coined the silly name drop sheep.
Right.
because nobody knew what to call this. I was asking people left and right, what is this? Some people said sheep's foot, some people said drop point, some people said, and I'm like, what is it? So I call it a drop sheep just to be stupid because I don't know the answer.
Because you drew something that doesn't fit a category right there.
Right. And I'm fine with that. And that's kind of almost exactly what the pinion is. Now the pinion, actually, some were saying this is a reverse Tanto, which what the heck is even that? Yeah, that's another one that's kind of interesting. So, but that guy right there, that's a great shape. Great shape.
These have done really well. They're all sold out except the Ultim, which I thought would be more popular than it was. I didn't think it'd be the last place configuration because the Ultim, you could see through it, and I thought that was kind of cool, but maybe Ultim's starting to run its course. I don't know.
Maybe. I hope not just yet. Can't say why, but I hope not just yet. We'll see. Need a pen knife in the modern style, says Charlie. Thoughts about a pen knife, a pen blade?
Are you talking about, with a small blade, a single spear point blade folder slip joint?
Let us know exactly what you're looking for, Charlie.
Yeah. Usually pen knife's the old-fashioned term. Guys would sharpen the quill of the feather with a knife. Now that's where a pen knife came from. Now I think of a pen blade as a small sheep's foot blade as a secondary. But so these are shell cordovan. We have these on the site. These are not
that's awesome
expensive. They're $200, but they're so freaking sweet. Of course, I popped the
layers
one, so never mind.
Who did that one?
Taylor Cortez as a deep carry. What's it called? Deep carry concepts clip. And I mean, there's no expense spared on this foil stamp, marble shell cordovan.
Unbelievable.
Nice and slender.
Gorilla, I'm on board with you, man. Reverse Tanto is the dumbest sound and it doesn't make any sense. And if you guys would, let's spam the chat. Thanks, Gorilla, to thank him for the knives he sent in for giveaways today. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Modern style pin blade, that's a spear point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pen knife is a 2-blade knife. Yeah, I mean, if you're just talking about a pen knife. Then you got Spyderco calling their slip joint a UKPK, the UK pen knife, and it's just a leaf shape, So
yeah, it's not black and white all the time, but
nope.
It gives us something to talk about over and over
again.
I
agree. Okay, here we go. We're back to the multi-blade knives again. We need a Stockman jack.
I'd like to do the Stockman handle shape. It's hard to get right, but they're cool, like serpentine pattern.
Reverse Tanto is the best blade shape name because everyone understands what you mean, but nobody is happy about it. I like that. I like it. Yep.
walking, talking. These sound really good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's I was noticing that I was actually in my video, I was trying to compare it to the original. And I will say this one feels the original feels just a little bit snappier, but it's because I've worked it 1,000 times. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, you've had that knife for a year and a half.
Yeah. This one, don't get me wrong, it's very snappy. It's just that one just feels slightly more like, broke in. So
Exactly.
yeah. But yeah, and again, the pinch is good. Really like it. And again, guys, what we don't talk about enough, because we've talked about it 1,000 times, is you get this ridiculous hollow grind that's just gonna freaking fillet stuff. No, and again, okay, Ben, this is where I think I can get, well, not that you've said before you appreciate what Andy's doing at Rosecraft, so it's not like I'm saying you guys are on opposite ends of the planet, but I know you would get on the same planet that he's on right now. All he wants to talk about right now is people stop calling slip joints just a knife you carry and for pretty. These things will go do some work. And I know you've said that from the get-go. So
I think there's cases.
This is what guys use. This is all they had.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the one-handed knife open and close, I think, is good for jobs where you don't have two hands. Like that's where a slip joint might come up short. You spend a lot of time on a ladder.
Right.
You're doing something with this hand. You're accessing your knife.
When you need both hands, that's tough. Yep, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. But for what most men carry a pocket knife for, which is light duty, and then on occasion breaking something down, slip joint's going to do it, and it's going to do it well.
Yep. Michael says sell a 2-blade knife, a 2-knife set that makes up the trapper blades. Double trapper.
Then people are going to have to put it together. I got a message from a guy in the Netherlands.
No, I think he's saying sell a trapper handle with a spay blade and a trapper handle with a clip point, and say, here's your trapper.
Yeah, I got a message from a guy in the Netherlands. I have to answer him. He said, before I watched your video saying not to do it, I took apart my sharpshooter. Now I can't get it back together.
Oh, no.
Anything you can do to help me? I'm thinking like, man, you're in the Netherlands, what am I going to do to help you? It's like, if you want to pay to ship it both ways, I'll put it back together for you. But you're just going to have to try to figure it out.
Oops. Ben, have you ever considered something big, sort of like a Boker bad guy?
I don't know. Not really. It's, if they were inexpensive, I would be willing to go a little more, obscure or off the wall, because, if it was,
do like my English Jack here.
Now that one isn't so crazy, but I try to stay in the sweet spot, 3.5 to 4 inches closed on the slip joints. For $300, you don't want to give people a lot of reasons to say no. That's how I feel about it.
Exactly. It couldn't be some guy from Peoria, Mike. It's
I'm like, man, of course you're overseas. I'm like, really? This is the first time. Can you believe this? It's the first time in all these years someone wrote to me and said, like, I took it apart and I can't get it back together. Can you help me? Now, I've had guys call me up and I've had to walk them through how to do it, or, refer them to my video, but I've never had anyone want to send me the parts in a bag. And of course, he's overseas. So I want to figure out how to help him.
You got that right, Aries. Everybody wants bigger. And look at this. How about this suggestion? An auto Jack Wolf.
Man, you can't legally import them. So yeah, I got some designs that would be sweet autos. Like my Vampire Jack would just be the badass auto, but I don't want to build them,
Kurt, I don't want to know what that knife looks like.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, the first thing I think is like a Hawkbill if it was a Ripper.
Yeah.
But it's a bit on the nose.
Jack Wolfnowski, what?
Jack Wolf, like a Kalash.
Wolfnikov. Okay, got it. I'm sorry, I can't read.
Wolfnovsky.
I don't know. I'm old and tired. I got up at 5 a.m. this morning. I'm tired.
Yeah, I've been up since 5:30.
Hey, Ben, this automatic Jack Vampire Jack is in pieces. I live in Romania. Can you help me?
I live in a castle in Transylvania.
Extreme Warncliffe. Okay, all right. What about a 3 where'd it go? 3.25 inch bladed broad space.
The problem with 3.25 inch is it alienates all my European customers because they can't carry over 3-inch blades legally. I mean, they probably do, but that's one of the.
Go ahead.
That's just one of the things that attracts the European market to my stuff, and they're a decent part of my business now over there. Always make an auto with a US OEM. I mean, yeah, that's great theory, but is anybody right now who makes a quality auto doing OEM work? And if they did,
not really.
Anybody going to want to pay the premium when they could just go buy one from them? You know?
Yep. I totally agree. On the other end of things, we're talking about big knives. On the other end, have you thought about it like a small toothpick or a peanut kind of thing, anything like that?
You know, I'm real hesitant to go smaller than the little bro or the mini cyborg because I think people prefer the bigger knives over the smaller ones. Like
I do.
In general, of course, people who like smaller knives love them. You know, it's like I think it may be a vocal minority. I'm in that minority. I like the 3.5 inch slip joints, but 3.5 inch close length slip joints. But I'd be willing to bet the 4-inch cyborg, if you put those next to mini cyborgs and put them on the market at the same time, the 4 inches would go first. What's Casey basement wood?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm not sure what we're talking about there. I was going to ignore it, so thank you. Yep. This guy on the right has the best mullet in EDC. Yes, he does.
Thank you.
Yes, he does. This guy on the left does not. Not at all. Can't help you with that. Let's see. Yeah, Jason, I was going to reply to your comment a minute ago. You're getting up at 4 a.m. is the reason I would never be a farmer. I'm sorry, dude. I'm glad you do it. I'm really grateful for the farmers. I am not 4 a.m. It's dark. It was dark at 5:45 this morning. Okay. No. I did that for 3 years in the TV business. I worked a morning show. I directed a morning show, got into work every day at 2:30 in the morning. No.
2:30. It's not even like,
yeah.
I don't know if you call that the morning or just the late.
No, it was awful, dude. Awful. I actually, long story for another day, but I all the other people that worked that shift would go home at lunchtime and they would take like a 2 or 3 hour nap and go to bed by like 9 or 10. I couldn't do either of those things. I tried to readjust myself. I couldn't do it. And so I got so sick. I ended up with pneumonia in the hospital and almost died.
Oh, wow.
Literally from because I didn't take care of myself. I had a hard time adjusting my schedule to that and got sick eating lunch at, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like my body did not appreciate that. It was the worst 3 years of my life. Was pretty terrible. Yeah, I good for you guys that do that. Good for you guys, man. I'm proud of you, but I just can't. So, all right, Aries, have a good one, man. Take it easy. There you go, Tim. Tim gets up and goes pee and then goes back to bed. So, Ben, the next question I was going to ask you is, didn't you say that the cyborg could be considered a trapper?
I think so, just based on
Yeah.
the general shape of the handle.
Good, because I said that in my video. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
that's
I got it
what
right.
I classify it as.
I would actually say the canine has a little bit of that, but it's different. Obviously, it's a dog leg pattern, but it has a little bit of that flare at the end of the handle for sure. Indeed. So are there, again, I don't want you to like, I know you, okay? You're working like a year ahead on us. So I don't want to like ask you a question that gives up something, but is there another pattern? And I was about to ask that, Tim. So we'll just let Tim, is there another pattern like a copperhead or something? Is there another pattern that interests you that you might try down the road? Something else that we're missing here?
Honestly, I'm open to some suggestions at this point because truthfully, I've really done the ones I've wanted to do primarily. There's still some I'd like to tackle. Like I feel like I need an equal end, like a cigar. One I really like is a GEC 35. Now they don't put half stops on it, but I just think the proportions are exceptional. I'd like to do one of those. I'd like to have some kind of serpentine. Do you have a 35 there?
No. Nope. I was getting something else I want to ask you about. Sorry.
I'd like to have a serpentine. It's like a Stockman or a serpentine. I'd probably do a hawkbill at some point. I'd have to design a handle around it. I think it would be cool to do it kind of futuristic style, like I did the mini cyborg. Might be kind of cool. Although Arcane just kind of did something like that.
That would be awesome.
But, you know, I've got some ideas and I'm always open to suggestions. Like I've had a lot of people ask for a canoe, which I find interesting because that's never really been my favorite. And I feel like that one's kind of was more popular in the past.
I don't know what a canoe would be like in a single blade though.
I know, because the whole kind of thing is it's like
odd.
Two blade like
the whole purpose of having it the way it arcs is because of to hide the tip of the blade.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting compliments here. Mike, thank you. And Ian, that's hilarious. Thank you, sir. We have a good time at my booth for sure. It might be a little over the top, actually, but we have a very good time. Yeah, canoe makes, I actually, believe it or not, when I've been trying to draw a slip joint. I've probably drawn it 10 times. I actually drew it with a canoe handle just to see. I hated it. It was hideous. It didn't look good to me as a single bladed knife. But again, I don't know. Okay, Tim, remind me about that in just a second. So I wanted to ask again. I keep bringing up Andy over there, and I know you've already done a teardrop pattern in the low drag, but did you get a load of this crazy thing? I didn't know if you.
Yeah, it's very attractive.
Yeah, there's something again. This is very much how your teardrop is. Same kind of feel. It's different, yours is.
Yeah, mine really goes from narrow to wide. His is less dramatic. So his is more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's less exaggerated than mine. And man, that blade, I'm like, that thing is borderline a clip point. Like it's a spear point, I think. But when you look at it from certain angles online,
right, with the cut here. Yeah,
exactly. It almost looks like it's clipped off.
Yeah, it kind of does. But I tell you what, with that swedge, if you're cutting up here, that thing just flows, man. It is really nice. And the reason I brought it up is it's also a little bit smaller than you typically do.
Yeah,
this is more. I would guess that this is more mini. Your mini size. Let's see.
The polish on the bone looks incredible. I mean, it looks like.
Oh, oops! If I can hold still.
Yeah, exactly. That thing looks like it's about 3.5. It's about the same size from tip to butt.
Similar. I wanted to bring that one up because I think Andy's, don't get me wrong, Andy's done some cool stuff. This one is an absolute grand slam. I mean, this is a beautiful, and again, I'm just going to keep asking until I'm quote unquote blue in the face. Ben, we need some blue bone from Jack Wolf, man. Come on.
Well, that's really that looks really good. I mean, it makes me want to.
It's cow bone too.
You want to figure that out.
Yep. Yeah, he said it's cow bone, which is interesting. But it took the dye really well. Now I've seen obviously the camel bone looks really good as well. Some of them. All right, Tim, what was the one you put that up one more time? What did you? Oh, there it is. The Otter Messer Little Doctor's Knife. All right, Ben, are you familiar with that one?
I don't think so.
Why does it have to be such a long name, Tim?
Sounds German.
Little Doctors, Otter Messer, top selling. Interesting. That's got a finger choil. That's kind of interesting. Let me go back over here. That's wild.
Almost like the way a cotton sampler is like that too.
Unfortunately, I was hoping they had a picture of it stretched out. They don't. Yeah, it's kind of like a cotton sampler. That's exactly right. It's kind of, I don't know. It's actually like a stretched out sodbuster with a finger choil. You know, it's kind of what I'm seeing. Very interesting. I'm not familiar with that one. Obviously, there's some older patterns that haven't hit my radar at this point.
Someone said, does anyone have a low drag for sale? I saw that. If anybody's not familiar with the Jack Wolf Knives Facebook group, it's called Jack Wolf Knives Worldwide. Worldwide is one word. Jack Wolf Knives Worldwide. You should check it out. It's 2,000 person group at this point. You know, not that many people post every day, obviously, but there's a really kind of core group of enthusiasts in there. And there's a buy, sell, trade that we post a new one on the 1st and the 15th. And that's where you're going to find the best deals. So if anybody's listening and that's the kind of thing you want to check out, I just want to say, just be careful on Facebook in any group posting a want to buy, because the infection from the scammers over the last year has just been terrible.
People that do that crap are ridiculous.
I know we do our best to weed them out, but they get through. So anyway, this is just kind of a general public service announcement. If you're going to try to buy on the secondary on Facebook, just vet these people, ask for vouchers from people you know. That's it. Just be careful. Yep. If the deal's too good to be true, it is. That's the other.
Probably is. All right, I gotta show this again, Ben, because this is like the third time the copperhead knife has come up. So I guess Tim or Ben, I'm not super familiar with this pattern. Isn't this just a trapper handle with a swell at the bolster?
Pretty much. Like what that does is when the knife is closed, it protects the tang corner. It protects your pocket from the tang corner that's exposed. This thing. Because these
are so you're burying the tang corner.
Yeah, that's it. That's what that does.
I mean, it's cool looking. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
especially with that Warncliffe blade.
It's viable.
Sheep's foot or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terribly different from some of the stuff in my catalog, I suppose, other than the fact it has the enlarged bolster. But it would be nice to have one of my designs that covers this. None of my designs do that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Now you got to be mindful that, you stretch this bolster out. You have to have decent centering to some degree of this screw in the bolster, else it just looks weird. Which is something you don't contend with when there's a hidden pin.
I get all these patterns all mixed up, so I have to look them up because I'm like, what in the world? Uh-oh. Did you almost get yourself?
I did.
Ooh. Yeah, see, I don't do the one-handed, Ben. Good for you. I would lose fingers if I did that. I would there would be no more nice fast fingers.
There will be blood.
There will be blood. All right. Well, we're gonna start working towards the giveaway, but let's go through a couple things first, okay? A couple important things. Number one, Ben just mentioned the Facebook group. I don't know how in the world at this point, if you're on Facebook, you're not in that group. It's a big group. It's really awesome. It's Jack Wolf Knives Worldwide, one word, worldwide. Go check it out. It's a fun group. Everybody posts their carries, and the ones that are really killer lately are the ones that are posting their whole Jack Wolf collections. Really cool to see. So definitely go check that out. You got something? Mugs. Go for it.
We just launched these on Friday. These are Deneen pottery mugs, and they're hand thrown. These are like, I don't know, they're the real deal. These are super nice, 14 to 16 ounces. Jack Wolf Knives raised medallion, all kind of glossy or glazed.
Yeah.
We have two colors. This one's called Galaxy, and there's one that's kind of a reddish color called Coral. They're $40, and they weren't cheap to buy, so they're not cheap to sell. But
yeah, because they're hand thrown, right?
Hand thrown. It'll last you a lifetime. Dishwasher safe, all that good stuff.
Very cool.
Deneen pottery. They took a while to get, but I'm really happy with them. So we got these.
Yeah, they're beautiful mugs, and I like the fact that they're bigger. I get tired of all the tiny mugs.
Me too. And we just launched some leather slips. I've got. Let's see if I can find.
He lost them.
Kind of like this. So we just dropped some leather slips. Not this color. This was one he made me as a sample, but they've got a lanyard and a grommet. So if you want,
that's actually pretty cool.
They're cool, man. If you want a pocket slip that will kind of easy to retrieve or just has a different look from the others, this is made by Brandon Goodall. He goes by High Tide EDC. He's one of us. He's a community guy. He's super cool. He's like one of the nicest guys ever. He comes to a lot of the shows. He supports the local makers. How heavy is the mug? I will weigh it for you, my friend.
He's got you covered.
It is 1 pound 3 ounces.
Holy poop, dude.
19.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this thing, if you chuck this at someone, they're going to have a bad day.
That is awesome.
So these are $40. We have 3 colors, natural.
Yeah, the mugs are $40, Derek.
Yeah, $40 plus shipping. It'll be about 50. So, man, I can't tell you how surprised I am. A lot of people bought 2. They bought 1 in each color. I was like, man, I was really kind of taken aback by that. I was humbled by that whole thing. So here's the slip with.
And how much are the slips?
These are $40.
$40. Yep, you are correct, Kevin.
Yep. So boom, and then here's the knife inside. So, and you can access it real easy because this kind of pulls back, and you just grab it, and pull it. Or I think you might be able to pinch them and dump them. But yeah.
Nice woodfish. That's cool.
Okay, so some people collect coffee mugs. Like they love buying them. And I think Woodfish is one of those guys, apparently.
Yep. He does. I don't know if he wants me to talk about all this collecting. This guy, he's a young guy, and he's got some cool collections. He's got some fiddleback knives. He was the one with the Gene Wiseman slip joint that I was telling you about.
So fiddleback, that's Andy Roy.
Yep.
And that guy's super cool, man. He's like from the very beginning when I started this project, he always made it a point to talk to me, encourage me. Just a nice guy, really funny.
Yeah, I met him at Blade Show this year.
And super talented.
Really good.
Super talented.
Oh, he said him and his wife run a race every year that gives you a mug. Okay.
That's if they're giving everyone a Deneen mug, those things are not cheap. So that's a nice thing.
That's awesome.
So these are really nice.
Yeah, those are really I like the color too.
Yeah,
very, very nice.
This color, I think this is an olive. This one's not for sale. This was just a sample. But the colors we have look really good. And we're going to have more slip drops coming. I've got those exotic slips coming.
Not a cheap race.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the entry. You probably bought yourself that mug with your entry.
2 or 3 times over.
You know?
That's funny. Yeah, he's got, if you want to, matter of fact, Woodfish, someday I need to get back with you and we need to do a video just a walk through your fiddleback collection. Pretty cool.
Look at the thin that is.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't. It is so hard to show that. I think you found the angle to do so.
There you go, Casey. That's the angle right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
that's
like gym stock at this point, you know.
Yeah, it's and you know, people ask me all the time, do his knives flex? And the answer is no. There's not really. I mean, maybe like a very marginal.
I mean, they're heat treated.
Very marginal flex.
Yeah,
right.
There's a little bit, but
I wouldn't call it a flex.
I'll tell you what, the very first run of sharpshooters, those blades flexed. Those blades
they did
so thin.
Nice, Tim. That sounds cool. Tim's buying some slips.
Yeah, Pipe. So that's who made. I presume I said that. I don't know, but Robertson made this. Piper Robertson.
Okay, you did say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is Piper Robertson, and she is married to Tim Robertson, who.
Is it a Jack Wolf Deanon mug?
Brian, I'll tell you what. I'll sell you some mugs for this deal. They're only $80.
This is getting good up in here. Brian brings the comedy, man. We got it.
These are so good. These are dope. So these are coming soon. I've got some other products.
I know that Race Woodfish. You're insane, dude. You are absolutely insane. That's the what's that guy's name that used to be at Liberty that ran those all the time? He was my freaking professor back in school, and I wanted to scream. But yeah, used to run that race all the time. That is, if you're running that every year, you're a glutton for punishment, my friend. Good for you. Horton, that's the guy. Yeah. Sheesh. That was the worst. That was back, Ben. This is just says how old I am. This was back when you had to do PE in college. Oh. And all this guy did was run every freaking day for the whole semester. I hate running. I run if there's a bear after me.
Right.
It's the only time I run. Okay. And that's all we did. That professor, that's all that guy wanted to do was just run every day. Yeah, he had the Appalachian Trail record for a long time. So yeah, good for him. But I will run if there's a bear after me. That's my qualifier. So all right, Ben, I've kept you for quite some time. I want to go through this one more time, and then we'll let you go. So this Friday, the 16th, 2 p.m. Eastern, dealer list is on the website. And when my video goes up, I'm not doing an unboxing this time, long story, but you'll have just one review video with a bunch of comparisons and cool stuff. And that's coming up in the next couple of days, and that'll have the links in there as well. But all the dealers for the first 4, and that is, let's just run through them. Of course, the one I've been showing, which is the
blue
marble carbon fiber with the hand satin finish.
Hand satin blade.
All these, yeah, beautiful.
Dark blue anodized titanium screws.
Freaking awesome. This is just crazy. All right. And then we've got the green
black wash.
Black carbon or camo carbon? It's
camo carbon, toxic green with all metal black washed.
And that's, you say this is the first time you've done black washed. So
first time on a slip joint. We did black wash on the DLT exclusive for the Benny. But never done
black wash DLC, correct?
Correct. We don't do PVD. Everything's DLC.
Yep. DLC,
so,
correct.
And you can see it gives a really cool edge around all the metal parts. I think that's a really nice detail, honestly, especially in person. It's still seamless and you can't feel that, but you can see it. So it's really cool.
The chat's funny. I'm sorry. I'm laughing my head off about the bear comments. So I'm always starting something.
We got full titanium.
Yep.
Rock pattern.
Let
me wipe the fingerprints off. Boom. purple anodized hardware, full rock
Beautiful.
pattern from top to bottom, no bolster. First time we've ever done no bolster with the machine belt satin finish on the blade, which has just
Nice.
been a crowd favorite. Can't go
Yep.
wrong.
Tim, thank you for all the links. Appreciate it, guys. If you want to know anything about Jack Wolf, Tim is laying down the way.
Really good acoustics on this titanium one. I think there's
Yep.
not as much to mute it when it hits. And then last, but certainly not least,
So real quick, that's ProTech. Shoot, what'd you say? Custom
composites out of
ProTech
Vancouver,
composites.
Washington. And then this is red, dark matter red, fat carbon dark matter red, blast and tumble. So it's going to be a kind of a battle worn gray and red.
I love it, man. That's cool. Those are available at all the dealers Tim listed. And
Yeah.
then there's one more. If you're interested in this, it will only be at Blake, because I usually finish it this time in ASO. So I'm still going though.
Blade HQ exclusive.
Golly. I cannot get
Limited.
over how gorgeous that is, dude.
Limited numbers. These are going to be gone in
You
couple
know who needs that? Any officer in the Navy. I mean, that just feels like something that the guy in his dress blues would pull out. You know, look at that.
Yeah, this looks like a Navy man's knife.
Yeah, it does.
I never thought about that.
And I think that's why I like it so much. I because my dad was in the Navy, and I'm looking right here at my dad, a picture of my dad right there in his dress blues. And that's exactly what I think of.
Hand
Of
satin
course, that's
blade,
from 1944, that picture.
hand satin blade, polished titanium frame, bolster, polished
That's
titanium hardware,
ridiculous.
anodized gold.
Now, question, and I know the answer is going to be no, because you wouldn't have let it happen. That's not slick, the polished titanium.
Well, it's not going to be as catchy as the blast,
Right, of course not. But not
no, I
like
think it's okay.
slide off it
No,
slick.
it's
is
not
what I'm talking
mirror. You know, it's not mirror.
Yeah.
You know, you don't. It'd be too
about. It
expensive.
doesn't look like it would be.
No, it's more. I mean, you could call it satin, but it's polished.
It's kind of a sheen, yeah.
Yeah, it's just to what degree is something polished? You
Golly.
can always
And when you look at the back of it, that is just ridiculous.
yeah.
Golly.
Now this will fingerprint a little more, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think it'll actually not show scratches to the same degree as the blasted one. So what do you know? I mean, and what's really cool too is how they are kind of dark in the flutes.
That is
So
cool.
these came out really good. Like people are going to
I
be
think
super
it's
happy with these.
Yep, I think it's crazy.
Whatever.
Well,
Under $100, man, it's hard to make anything under $100, especially with dealer distribution. I do want to bring something lower price to the market. I've been thinking about that, but right now it's not my primary focus. But I'll never say never, man.
there you go.
Under 100.
I'm gonna have to find a way to get one of those Blade HQ. I can't do it though. It breaks all my rules of I've already reviewed it. Okay, fine. That thing is that is gorgeous. The more I see it,
Yeah, these are nice.
it's very beautiful. I love the way the rich light is kind of shiny but not.
Yeah, it's polished, but it's not super
Right.
slick. And we had them make some with more of a dry finish, and I just liked this better. I really like the premium look of polish.
Right. Derek, it's also the Venom Jack, but it's just the Blade HQ exclusive version.
Yeah, this one will be all this information's on my website too. This model's called the Venom Jack. This one, I wasn't sure which one you were talking about. This is dark matter red, and this is Blue Canyon Rich Light. This one's only available at Blade HQ, small numbers. These are going to sell out fast. I think the rest of them you'll be able to get without too much trouble. Market is definitely slower these days. No doubt about it.
All right. Well, Ben, I always love that you send me one of these to check out. And I got to tell you, I really enjoyed making the video, and we'll definitely be talking. My stream is 1 to 2 on Friday, so we'll definitely be talking about your drop, and you guys, sell the Navy knife, sell it as the Navy knife. Yeah, that works. But yeah, just a great knife. Totally appreciate you coming on for sure. And guys, thank you for all the questions for Ben tonight. We always put him through the ringer, so that's always good. And that is super cool. So any parting words, my friend?
Well, I would just say I appreciate you guys' opportunity to hang out with you today. And if there's ever anything you need from me or my team, just don't hesitate to reach out to us. We really like talking to you guys, and we're knife guys. It's what we do. We're here to help. So, yeah, thanks a lot.
Yep. All right, man. Well, thank you very much again, Ben. I appreciate you. And I mean, you know, I say it every time, just proud to see how far Jack Wolf's come from that first time we met. And really, really, really cool. I won't get too sappy on you. So good job, dude. Way to go.
We appreciate you.
I think it's awesome. The American dream right there, buddy. So good job.
Yeah. And if you're in the Ohio area or in the Midwest, come see me at the River's Edge Cutlery anniversary event on Saturday, the 24th of August. I'll be there.
Nice. Well, very good, man. I'm going to let you go, and we're going to do a giveaway here. So have a good one, and I appreciate it, man.
Take care, y'all.
All right. See ya. All right, guys. Ben's always so much fun to have on. He is the man for sure. And again, I will stand by my statement, the greatest mullet and beard on the planet, or at least in the knife community. So really, really awesome. All right, guys, we're going to jump right into the giveaway because I got up at 5 a.m. and I am done. I am cooked. I am over with. I am done. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this giveaway and get it done in the next 10 minutes because I am absolutely done. So rules are, I'm going to put a hashtag up. You are going to type that hashtag one time per person, per account, okay, on the screen. So one account per person, one time is what I'm trying to say, but I can't get it out of my mouth. So I'm going to put up the hashtag. You can do it one time. You have to be here when I draw. You have to be logged into that account. You will have 2 minutes to respond from the time you are drawn. If you do not respond in that 2 minutes, or if I think you are deliberately going into multiple accounts, I will disqualify you and redraw. You do need a U.S. mailing address as well. All right. So that's the rules. I hate rules, but you got to have rules, especially today, because people try to break all the rules. So there you go. So there you go. There is your hashtag. Hashtag all caps, guys. Venom. Venom in all caps. All right. And I'm going to kind of restage everything here so that I can get out all of this stuff. Well, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put this here. All right. So let's see what we got here. So while you are doing that, we have the huge pack of swag here. Everybody known to man. I mean, Big Red's in there. O-Father Splitting Slices. BEDC. I think there might be a Bluminati in there. There's JD for EDC. There's Smoky Mountain Knife Works. There's a little bit of everything in there. To say the least, you do have Butter Knives Fast number 165, signed by our buddy Trevor. You do have the Ninja Turtle Killer Bunny done by our great artiste, Miss Ashelina. There you go. All right. All right. Got that. All right. So, I'm trying to decide if I'm doing overkill here, but anyway. All right. So the first knife in here tonight is this big boy. We are giving away the Ultim Kubi Knives Ceto tonight, Ceto. We're giving away this guy. Kubi sent it to me. Somebody's going to get to use this big boy. Really, really cool shape, in my opinion. Yes, that is correct, Derek. It's a Blade HQ. I can. The problem is people need to be able to see the hashtag. Here, we'll do this. So yeah, that is the Kubi Ceto. Will be the first knife in there tonight. The second knife, and it's funny, Gorilla sent a bunch of knives today. I believe it was him, or it may have been JR Miz. I cannot remember. Somebody gave me some knives a little while ago. Hey, you're finally home. Yeah. Sorry, man. Next one is the Kvist Blade Works. I believe this is the variant PE in blue micarta. Really interesting knife. And that is the second one. It will not come in a box or anything. It's coming actually in a Benchmade drawstring bag because that's how it came to me. So don't be expecting a box and a brand new knife because it's not. Oof. Hello to Trevor. What you doing, buddy? You okay?
Yeah.
You worked your hind end off today, didn't you?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right. You sure?
Is it using the mic from this or that mic?
It's using that mic over there.
All right.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
I thought they told me. Hold on, guys. Okay. No. It's the bunny's not been acting right, so they took him to the vet. We'll just say it. Whatever. All right.
You didn't want to scare the fans.
Yeah.
Of their precious bunny.
Well, they'll be all right. So we're gonna throw a flashlight in here tonight too. This is the Through Night something T1 Pro. The Through Night T1 Pro. This is a very nice flashlight. Very nice. So we are spoiling you guys tonight with two knives and a very nice flashlight. So that is what we're doing. And we have a bunch of stuff. All right. Did everybody get in? Because I'm tired. I'm done. I got up too freaking early. Bad lip reading. All right.
That's our channel mask.
Yeah, I think he's fine. She was gone for 3 or 4 days, and I think he's protesting. She's back and he's still acting cranky. So I don't know. So we'll see. All right, guys, let's draw for this thing. If you've not entered, you have exactly
2 seconds.
30 seconds.
2
Not
seconds.
Exactly. 30 seconds. I'm
1,
being nice.
2.
Look, your sticker's in there.
Wow. Did you show them?
Yeah, I did.
The Ron John stickers courtesy of me.
Yeah.
Spending money at Ron John.
15 seconds and we're going to draw. So if you're not in, we have 89 entries and 96 people in here. Pretty dang close. 8, 7, 6, 5, by 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's see who our winner is. And again, you better be here and you better have a U.S. mailing address. And the winner is Kevin Smith and Knives. Hello, Kevin. Let me know you are here. All right. Let me know you are here, Kevin. Very, very cool. Let's see where he is. Derek Poppenhagen says hello, Trevor.
Hola.
Well, I ought to be able to find Kevin because he's got such a long name. Where's he at? Yeah, and I'll give him instructions if he's here. Kevin, where you at, man? You got less than 2 minutes to come forward and say you're here. There he is. Hey, Kevin, good. So just send me an email, ASAP, knivesfast@gmail.com. If you can do it soon, that would be great, because I would like to get it done so I can go to bed, okay? So I would very much appreciate that. JR has been a member for 17 months. Thank you for your long-term support, my friend, in many ways, and I appreciate you so much. J.R. Miz, thank you, sir. There's your Daleka salute. Yep. All right. Well, that's all for tonight because I am zonked. So everybody have a good one. Oh, I know you're always here. You definitely are, man. Yeah, I need to, dude. Yeah. No, I was in Green today, Woodfish, and it's yeah. They're there. I was like, oh my goodness, come on, man. No, I don't mess around with shipping. I do not. I want to get it done. Because the thing is, I have a very cluttered mind, Nick. If it sits, I will forget. Okay? That's why I always say, even if you've given me your address again before, I always need it again. So okay. So it is knivesfast@gmail.com, Kevin. Knivesfast@gmail.com. Okay? No, even when I was 15, I was that way, Randy. I've always been ragged edge running 1,000 miles an hour. That's just the way it is. A.L. Navajero, good to see you. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up on your way out. Leave me a comment once it posts. And thank you so much for your incredible, incredible support. You're all awesome folks. And thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel. See you guys later. Bye-bye.